No stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass. Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you want. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to cross.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.
How you doing, people? Welcome to Tottenham Way, best place to be in town if you're a Spurs fan. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to your weekend, whatever you've got planned. One thing we do know for sure is Spurs aren't playing this weekend, so we get a break until next weekend where it's the North London derby. Oh my gosh, what a game that's going to be. I hope you're all well. Big up, respect, every single one of you. All of you in the chat, welcome, enjoy, like, subscribe, follow the channel, as always. So, I wanted to put together a live show to just cover what I'm seeing, not for the last 10, 15 years, 24 years for some, but what I'm seeing now happen at Spurs, the escalation of what Daniel Levy, Enoch, Joe Lewis, Donna Cullen, the owners, the leaders, the directors of Tottenham Hotspur are doing. And I'll be honest with you, it's frightening to the point of where I just don't see how we are ever going to be successful on the field with these owners. Not frightening as in the world's going to end, lock up your doors, go find an air raid shelter to live in. Not like that. But as a fan who wants to see trophies, I actually can't believe, one, what they're doing, two, how fans are falling for this, and three, how fans are now part of this. So let me get into it. Let me break it down and let's go for it bit by bit, and hopefully people might begin to understand. So in the world of football, in the world of Premier League football, is there a chairman that is talked about more than this man? Considering we win nothing, considering we've done nothing in 24 years, is there a chairman more talked about than this man? Is there an owner? Joe Lewis. Well, technically speaking, he doesn't own Spurs anymore, although the trust has control. His family tells the trust what to do, so he's still running the show. Is there two individuals more talked about in football, maybe the Glazers, other than Levy and Enoch, Joe Lewis? You know, this has been something that's been going on for quite a while. Levy out. Enough is enough. Enoch and Levy out. Enough is enough. These are things that have been going on at our club for quite some time, and it's still there. Let's go right back to the beginning. Let's go to the early start of where this all began, just so fans can remind themselves what is really going on, or fans that don't remember, who never saw because maybe they're too young to know. This was the statement that the owners put out when they first bought the club. This was what we were told. Joe Lewis employed Daniel Levy, a family friend, as an investment manager of Enoch. Enoch's the company that bought Spurs. They've got access to huge wealth, and they are attracted to the new fortunes that will come from football. Daniel Levy persuaded Joe Lewis that together as business partners, they should invest using Enoch in a business across Europe. The strategy, guys, in the red circle around this part of the text, the strategy was to build an international sports and entertainment group to profit from the media's interest. Let me repeat that bit. An international sports and entertainment group with the sole purpose of profiting from the media's interest. That's why they bought the club. This is why they're here, for profit, to create an entertainment group. Now, you might say, but hold on, Stel, you just hate Daniel Levy. Here we go again. All owners care about profit. This is what the Man City owners said when they bought Manchester City. So this was the owner speaking about Mark Hughes, who was the manager at the time. There's one thing I've made very clear to Mark. Any play he wants comes from him. It comes from his requirements, his plan for the club. I'm a fan, but I'm not an expert. It is Mark who runs the club. And he will put a plan together. Look at the part circled in red. To win trophies. Win trophies, guys. Where does it say anything about trophies or winning here? Where does it say it, guys? The Man City owners also said, we are ambitious for the club like you, but not unreasonably so. And we understand it takes time to build a team capable of sustaining a presence in the top four of the Premier League and winning. European owners, winning, the word winning European honours, winning trophies. Have they won trophies? Yes. Have they won European honours? They won the Champions League last year. What did our owners say? To build an entertainment group to profit from the media's interest. Have they done that? Yes. That's why they're here. And that's what they've achieved. That's why the Man City owners took over Man City, and that's what they've achieved. But now you're going to say to me, but Stelios, come on, we know you hate Levy. Man City is oil money. There's 115 charges against them. They're an oil nation state. Come on. Okay. Let's look at a club that's got new owners, who isn't owned by oil money, who's not a nation state. And let's see what those owners had to say when they bought the club. Stan Kroenke took over Arsenal, and he said Arsenal's goal is to win trophies. Win trophies. You can see it highlighted in red. He goes on to say, Arsenal majority shareholder Stan Kroenke has moved to reassure the doubting fans by insisting that his goal is to win trophies. He was quoted as saying, goal is to win trophies at the North London club. The American released a statement following a stormy shareholders meeting in which the club's ambition came under question from supporters. And then he goes on to say, Stan Kroenke, the owner of Arsenal, he goes on to say, the reason I am involved in sport is to win. Win trophies. Goal is to win trophies. I'm involved in sport to win. Win. Trophies. These are the owners of Tottenham Hotspur. Entertainment and profit. The owners of Man City. Win trophies. Win European honours. The owners of Arsenal. Not oil money. Not dirty cash. Not a nation state. To win trophies. The goal is to win. I'm in sport to win. Where is your argument now? The Levy sympathisers, the Levy vaccine takers, the deluded fan base. How can you argue it now? I've given you an example of our owners. I've given you an example of Man City's owners. And I've given you an example of what a non-oil state, what a non-nation state, what a non-dirty money club has also said. They've got no interest in trophies. They couldn't care less. That's where it began. Now, we were told that there's a plan to compete with the best. They never said to compete with the best to win trophies so that we can win the Premier League. They never said anything like the Man City owners or the Arsenal owners. But what we were told is we're going to build a stadium so that we can compete with the best. This is the beginning of the excuses. We go back maybe 10, 12 years when the idea of a new stadium began. But alas, over 8 years ago, Tottenham were granted planning permission for a new stadium by Haringey Council, a 61,000 capacity, yada, 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 yada. And then a few years later, it began. The old White Hart Lane slowly began to be taken down whilst the new Tottenham Hotspur Arena was built. And this was the game changer, people. This is it. We are building this stadium to compete with the best. The stadium was built, the stadium was opened, and we did nothing. We won nothing. But wait, excuse number 2. Tottenham take £175 million Bank of England loan to ease coronavirus. Trouble, economic downturn, turbulent waters, my friends. We built this to compete with the best, but COVID, we didn't prepare, we didn't know. Fair enough. Along came COVID. But then COVID went away and we won nothing. Excuse number 3. There are new rules coming into play. And we have set up the business, we have set up the club so that we can benefit from the rules. What are these new rules? What is this new plan? FFP. When FFP comes in, we are going to rise to the top. And here you go. This summer, Spurs can spend £643 million without breaching FFP rules. Our closest rivals for FFP are Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal. Well, Arsenal aren't even close to us, nor Liverpool or Man United, really. It's Munich and City. Chelsea They are 180 million pounds below the threshold, meaning they've got to find that money. And of course, we now know that Chelsea are going to sell hotels or lease the hotels, and they're going to find a clever accounting way to get out of it. But the point being here is this is excuse number 3, FFP. And you know what? We can spend £643 million without breaking the rules. Obviously, we don't have £643 million sitting in the bank to spend. No one does. But if we did, we could spend it without being sanctioned, without points deductions, without being charged by UEFA or banned from any kind of competitions. So we have the most power to spend, but do we have the actual money to spend to harness this power that we now have? Now, I just want to remind you of something Daniel Levy said last summer. Okay. We've brought in Ange Postecoglou for attacking football. We're going to launch the Fab Advisory Board. We're going to play the Tottenham way, blah, blah, blah. But he also said the Spurs chairman also wanted to put his faith in someone, Ange, who understood the important link between academy and the first team. Where are the academy players? We signed Veliz. We signed Solomon. We've got Timo Werner on loan. We signed Brennan Johnson, Ashley Phillips, Bergvall, Voskovic. Where are the academy players? The link between academy and first team? Lying! You're lying, Daniel Levy. There's no plan for the academy kids. More lies. Just like we were told, the stadium is a game changer. But we've got coronavirus issues. But wait for FFP. The academy kids are going to come through. That's why we picked Ange. I haven't seen us win trophies. I haven't seen us improve to the level where we're competing with the best. I haven't seen these academy kids come through. But hold on a minute. There's another plan now. There's another excuse, my friends. We are building hotels. We are building luxury apartments. This is the next phase of income generation. And now once we get this money, we'll be able to compete with the best, because the stadium hasn't allowed us to compete with the best. Coronavirus held us back. FFP clearly isn't helping us. The academy kids aren't coming through. But wait. The new hotels, the luxury apartments, Levy Land. This is going to now be the game changer, my friends. 10 years ago, we were told the stadium. Now we're told it's the luxury hotels and the apartments. At what point do these lies stop? And we just take a step back and say, what is actually going on at Tottenham? What is really going on with these people? What is their actual plan here? Because it's clearly not football. Because we're not winning. We crashed out of both the domestic cups this season. The academy kids haven't come through. Signings that we've signed are questionable. Some are brilliant. Some are still questionable. But now we've got to build a hotel and luxury apartments. I mean, really? Do we really need to do that? Bayer Leverkusen, don't know if you know who they are. They've just won the German league. No new stadium, no luxury hotels, no luxury apartments. They're also the favourites to win the Europa Cup. No luxury hotel, no brand new stadium, no skywalk. What's going on? This doesn't add up. Simon Jordan, the ex-chairman of Crystal Palace, entrepreneur who features on TalkSport, he says the real reason he thinks that Daniel Levy is trying to raise new investment is not for the football team. Simon Jordan says Levy wants more investment into the club as he looks to grow Tottenham Hotspur away from the pitch. You mean away as in hotels, apartments, Simon? It tells me he wants to build other things. He's seen a revenue model and he wants to build hotels. And it tells me he wants to build other things. He wants to gentrify Tottenham beyond all recognition. This Tottenham side now, you look at that Tottenham side, look at the players they've got. You've got to look at their bench. They're a twist of the wheel away from being a really good side. But how can we do that when you've just told us that Daniel Levy wants new investment to build hotels? And here we go. Spurs are talking to new investors after £87 million loss. So we've made an £87 million loss. And we need new investors, not because we made a loss, but because, as Simon Jordan, who's friends with Daniel Levy, and if you watch this video, you will see that Simon Jordan on TalkSport, sorry, not that video, go to the TalkSport video. On the TalkSport video, Simon says, yeah, I spoke to Daniel. He literally says, I spoke to Daniel. That's how he knows. So Daniel Levy's told him, yeah, we need new investment, not because we made a loss, because I want to build hotels. I want to gentrify Tottenham. Didn't Daniel Levy say that his eye was taken off the ball building the stadium and therefore he lost his focus on the football team? Wasn't that an excuse? Because we had building a new stadium as an excuse, COVID loan excuse, FFP excuse. Now it's, I took my eye off the ball because I've been in the stadium. Well, where are your eyes going to be, Daniel, when you're building hotels and leisure centres and luxury apartments? Where are your where's your heart, your passion, your focus going to be when you're doing this? When you're trying to raise investment? The newspapers tell us he's talking to investors after losing money. Simon Jordan's telling us no, he's looking for investment because he's going to build Levy land. Guys, let me tell you what's going on at Tottenham Hotspur. Let's look into the accounts a little bit. These are all the subsidiaries of Tottenham Hotspur. We have got many property accounts. If the owners were seriously invested in the football club, we would be raking in the trophies left, right, and centre. But no, Mr. Property is doing it this way. We've got Tottenham Hotspur Hotel Ltd. We've got Tottenham Hotspur Stadium Development Ltd. We've got Tottenham Hotspur Property Company. We've got Tottenham Hotspur, we've got Enfield Property Company. Meladine Limited holds certain properties on behalf of the group. The Northumberland Development Company, Green Bay Property, Canvax Limited holds properties. Paxton N17 Ltd. Guys, we're loaded up with property companies. Why? Why do we need all these property companies? For what reasons? Tax purposes? Loan money between companies? Consolidate losses? All subsidiaries of Tottenham Hotspur. It's all in the accounts. Why? If you delve deeper into some planning regulations that are going through, proposals that have been put forward, you begin to realize what's going on here. The stadium was never a game changer for football. This was phase one of 5 phases. Phase 2, hotels, apartments, luxury, accommodation. So what's phase 3? What's phase 4? What's phase 5? Well, they're going to gentrify to the west of the stadium. Phase 3. Phase 4. Phase 3 is the south of the stadium. Phase 4 to the west of the stadium. Phase 5 to the east of the stadium. And if you delve enough into what's going on, you can begin to find the plans online. This is the whole west side of Tottenham. I say west side as in it's behind the West Stand. They're gentrifying the whole area. These are why we've got loads of property companies. This is why Daniel Levy is looking for investors, as Simon Jordan has told us. He wants to gentrify to the east as well. You can see to the east and to the west of the stadium, this is a massive project. It's bigger than the stadium. But remember, I lost my focus because I was concerned about the stadium. Well, where's your focus going to be when you're rebuilding Tottenham, the entire borough? He can get his hands on the properties across the road from the stadium. He wants to build almost a Wembley walkway with shops and restaurants and bars and leisure activities and hotels and more money-making opportunities. It's all online. This is where he wants to take it. The gentrification of Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club is nothing more than a vehicle to mask the long-term proposals project of gentrifying Tottenham. And you know what? He's not going to do it using Tottenham Hotspur either, so that Tottenham purely benefits, the club purely benefits from this income. Some of it will go through Tottenham Hotspur, but a lot of it's going to go through the Tavistock Group. Nothing to do with Tottenham Hotspur, but owned by guess who? That's right, my friends. Daniel Levy and Joe Lewis. The Tavistock Group owns the land that the stadium sits on. Our stadium is owned by Tottenham Hotspur. The land is not. The land is owned. It's got nothing to do with Tottenham Hotspur. We, the club, do not own the land our stadium is built on. Got to figure that one out. By the way, Joe Lewis still runs the company. The ultimate controlling part of the company for the first part of the year was the trustee of a discretionary trust, of which Joe Lewis and certain members of his family were the potential beneficiaries by virtue of trustees' control of the ultimate parent company of the group, which is Enoch Sports and Developments Holdings Limited. With effect of 6th of October, the trustee of separate discretionary trust, of which the certain members, this is the key bit, by the way, which certain members of Joe Lewis's family, excluding Joe Lewis, are potential beneficiaries, ultimately controls Enoch Sports and Development Holdings. So they put the company in a trust to protect it, but the ultimate control is Joe Lewis's family. So if Joe Lewis tells his family, I want you to do A, B, and C, what's his son going to say? No, Dad, you don't tell me what to do. No, they're going to do what Dad says, right? He has put it into a trust to protect his controlling interests. Clearly, he trusts his family to have the overall control because he had this court hearing and he was being sued by the American government. Joe Lewis still calls the shots. And Daniel Levy does what Uncle Joe says. Or, as Phil P says, woo, Smoking Joe. They're still running the show, guys. Don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. So, this is the biggest lie. And this is why I called the show Levy's fooled Spurs fans again, because you all thought that Daniel Levy was going to build this stadium to be a game changer, that the stadium was going to take us to the next level. The stadium's been open for 5 years. What have we done? We've won nothing. We're nothing more than a top 4 club. I go back to when Harry Redknapp was the manager of the first team. Harry Redknapp got us top 4. What has changed from the Harry Redknapp years going back 14, 15 years ago? In 14, 15 years, shall I tell you what's happened? We make more money. We're richer. We're able to attract investment. We're FFP kings. And we're now going to build Levyland and gentrify all of the surrounding area. That's what we've achieved. No trophies. Still embarrassing ourselves in the cup. No closer to winning a league title. And we're just top 4 merchants. Let's be honest about it. We just battle for top 4. And when we go into Europe, it normally ends up being a pretty sad affair. We always get humiliated at some point, except for the one season we got to the Champions League final. Nothing's changed since Harry Redknapp. No different from being in the old stadium. Nothing has changed. He's lied. He's lied to everyone. Although he didn't lie at the beginning, I'll give him credit. He did say, we're only here for entertainment and to profit. He did say that. Man City owner said we're here to win trophies and they won it. Stan Kroenke said he likes to win trophies. He's here to win. And guess what? They won the FA Cup. In the first year, Stan Kroenke took full control of the club. He's only owned it for 5 years. They won the FA Cup and now they're competing at the highest level. Everything that we were told Daniel Levy and Enoch were going to do for us. No. So This is why when you see a club who isn't the richest club in London, when you see a club whose owner says, we're going to win trophies, they spend £100 million on this man, Declan Rice, who, whether we like it or not, he's definitely made them a much better team. He has. Whether they win trophies or not, different story. But we would swap places with Arsenal like that. And that's why we, who are focused on this, and this, that's why we are arguing over Timo Werner, a £15 million forward attacking player who doesn't score goals, but, he's got goal contributions. This signing is pulling the fan base apart. But it's not just him, because now we're looking to sign £17 million Mohamed Amoura and another cheap signing in Sebastian Szymanski. Yes, we are signing Szymanski, Amoura and Werner, whilst them look down the road get to sign Declan Rice. But don't worry. The game changer is coming. FFP is our God. We're going to build apartments, hotels, cinemas, and the biggest Nando's in London to put the cockerel in. Guys, Daniel Levy is a liar. He's using the club to build a wealth portfolio with Joe Lewis, to build an investment portfolio. He's not here for the football. He told us from day one, I can't keep bringing up the same image on the screen. This is why he's here. Entertainment and media, money, profit. Nothing to do with winning. Nothing to do with trophies. And the worst thing of all, guys, we, the fans, are effectively, each time we pay our season ticket money, we're investing in an investment fund for property and hotels. That's all we're doing. We're investing in a property investment fund. That's where our money's going. Because as the value of the club goes up, as the commercial income and the brand grows, we're more attractive to investors. So if I want to develop my property company, hey, look what I've done at Tottenham. Look at the potential here. Come and invest, because you can make money. You can make some more profit for your return on your investment. Invest in my Gentrification of Tottenham project. We are a property investment fund. Yay! And we're all investing in it, and we get nothing back. Just the investors who are putting the extra money in on top of the money that we are providing. They're the ones that benefit. We get nothing out of it. But we are providing the cash flow. We are providing the money upon which they can borrow more money against. We were the deposit for the loan for the stadium, the beginning of phase 1 of this gentrification project. We are investing in a fund that we don't get anything back from. Have you ever heard of anything so ridiculous in your life? Well, yeah, because we are it. We are idiots. We are effectively idiots right now to Daniel Levy and Enoch. And you know what? They're laughing their heads off, because they know no matter what happens, we will always turn up and keep pumping money into this project. And they've got very clever PR. They've got very clever media spin, because what they've done is they've turned fans into this. These crackers from last one on Spurs. My expectations and enjoyment of going Spurs have never been about success. As long as I see my team giving 100% and I'm entertained, I get to meet up with my friends, have a glass or two, have a laugh, I'm happy. Success is a bonus. Look at the key part here. As long as my team is giving 100% and I'm entertained. What did he say, Daniel Levy? To build an entertainment group. Guys, we're literally a circus. We're here to entertain people. Roll up, roll up. We're a circus. And the fans have bought into it. The fans now say, I just want to be entertained. He's done it. Daniel Levy has done it. He's brainwashed us using his media PR, using the larger TV and radio companies. He has successfully brainwashed us into thinking we just want to be entertained. Whilst on the side, he's building Operation N17. Ta-da! Arsenal focus on the football. We focus on, I don't know what we focus on. I have no idea. Antonio Conte, he said, they're used to it here. They don't play for something important. He's right. Because we're focused on property. They don't want to play under pressure. They don't want to play under stress. Tottenham's story is this. 20 years. There is the owner and they've never won something. Why? Well, this is why. We're building Levy land. That's why. We're too busy signing Amura, Smazansky, Werner. Whoa, we're going to compete with the big three, I tell you. It's actually sad, guys. It actually is quite sad. I think, to summarize, we need to ask ourselves a question. You've got to wonder, who is the bigger problem? Daniel Levy or our fan base? Who is actually the bigger problem? I've said it 1,000 times. We never learn. Fans from other clubs can see the problems. They look at us and they can see the problems. But our fan base, it's like we're some kind of cult, some kind of cabal. We have to be told what to think, when to think it, and how to react. The Chris Cowlins, the Ricky Sacks, the Alistair Golds, they're out there pushing out this narrative. They go on Sky Sports and they say, Timo Werner, great signing, 15 million signing on fee, no brainer, good bit of business. Okay. Unless they say it, we can't believe it. And our fans, they listen to these people and they think that we're really well informed. There is almost no critical, important thinking, any independent analysis of our own. But he said, but she said, but Alistair Gold said. Where's your independent thinking, people? Go and have a look like I've just done at what's going on at this club. But yet, we look down at other clubs. We laugh at the other clubs who are so much better than us because we're arrogant and we're ignorant because we believe that our shit doesn't smell. Instead of learning from the winners, instead of looking at the blueprint of success, we laugh at them. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Daniel Levy says. Our fan base won't stand up to him. We will never hold him to account. And he knows this, guys. He knows this. Daniel Levy knows this. And because he knows what our fan base is now like, we've got the owners that we deserve. We have got exactly what we deserve. This is the club that we deserve. Because Daniel Levy knows he can do whatever he wants. And he can say whatever he wants. And we will believe it. Do you remember at the start of the season? Do you remember the start of the season? What Daniel Levy said to us? Do you remember?
Simple. We've got our Tottenham back.
That is fucking cringe. I mean, if ever that was a PR scripted line, there you go right there. He didn't even have conviction when he said it. You could see he was almost nervous saying it. You know, we've got our Tottenham back. Get out of here, man. You've got to wonder who's the bigger problem. Levy or the fans? Because he has fooled everyone. Guys, I don't know what you think, but this is exactly what I think. And I don't think I could have said it any better than what I've tried. We are the cash flow for the property investment fund that we don't benefit from, that only the investors who actually lend money will benefit from. The plan was never to make Tottenham Hotspur a great football club. Never. That's never what they wanted. They wanted an entertainment company that they can profit from. City owners came here to win. Arsenal's owner came here to win. Our owners, phase 1, tell everyone that we need a stadium to compete. Phase 2, tell them that we need FFP to win. Phase 3, tell them that we need a hotel and apartments to compete. Phase 4, tell them we need to develop the area, and it will go on and on and on. We are a property investment company that we do not benefit from. Don't expect anything to change. And you know what? I know you hate him and I know you dislike him, but he told you and you refused to listen because Levy has brainwashed you into thinking otherwise.
Because it's time to change the situation if Tottenham wants to change. If they want to continue in this way, they can change manager, a lot of manager, but the situation cannot change. Believe me. Thank you very much.
The situation will not change. Believe me. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm done. I'm done. I'll always support my team. I refuse to back this regime because I can see what they're doing. And do you know something? It's going to get a whole lot worse. Mark my words. And there'll be new excuses. There'll be new media spin. Alistair Gold will be spinning the next story to make you believe. And once in a while, Alistair Gold might just say something against Levy just so that you don't think he's part of the cabal. But he'll only say it this much out of that much. Ricky Sacks flip-flops, goes whichever way the wind blows, you know. What's the right thing to say so people like me? Chris Cowlin, the biggest shill in the business. There is nobody who is a bigger actor than him. In fact, his profession is actually acting. Did you know that? Yeah, he's actually an actor in real life. So it beggars belief, man. It beggars belief what is going on at this club. And very few people are prepared to call it out. And very few people are prepared to talk about it. I will debate anybody on these subjects. I will have a discussion with anyone who wants to on this subject. You are not going to defend what Daniel Levy and Enoch are doing here. They're here for reasons they said from day one. And that is to build an entertainment group that they can make profit from. They couldn't give a shit about trophies. And they couldn't give a shit about you, the fans. And they couldn't give a shit about winning silverware. If he cared about the fans, he wouldn't be putting the season ticket prices up, going after the elderly and telling disabled fans in the premium section that they've now got to pay a fee for their carers to come in and supervise them, whilst he takes a £3 million bonus. Daniel Levy, if by any chance a miracle happens and you watch this video, fuck off. That's my answer. That's my feelings to what he's done to this club. Can't stand him. I want him gone. I want him gone, Donna Cullen, Enoch, the lot of them. Because that is how we're being treated. And this is their master plan. Gentrification of Tottenham. Guys, I'll take a couple of questions in the chat and then I'm going to wrap it up because I had to get this off my chest because I'm seeing what's happening at Tottenham and I'm seeing fans telling me that spending big money on players doesn't change anything at Tottenham. Werner's a good player. Amoura's a good player. Smansky, I can't even pronounce his name. Smansky's a good player. I can't listen to this. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just, as long as I'm entertained, success is a bonus. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'll take a couple of questions if you've got anything you'd like to ask. If you disagree, feel free to disagree as well. If you want to call me a moron, an idiot, go for it. You're all allowed your opinions. I'll just quickly go through the chat. Big up to all of you saying big up. I do hope you have a happy Saturday. I don't want to ruin your weekend by telling you the truth about this owner, but I can't stay quiet on these things. I can't sit here watching what's happening to Tottenham Hotspur and just saying it's okay. It's not okay. So many channels are bloody scared to speak about this. You know that. So many channels are petrified to have this chat because they're so worried that, but if I say these things, I won't be invited onto other channels. I won't be part of the group, the media cartel. You know, Michael Bridge won't come on my channel. How will I have any connections with Sky Sports if I say anything negative about Timo Werner? How will I possibly get a phone call from Talk Sport and speak on behalf of the fan base if I say these things? I don't care. I want what's best for my football team. I want what's best for Tottenham, not my status with Sky Sports and my connections with Talk Sport. Oh, but Stelios, you're jealous. You're jealous. You can't speak to those people. I couldn't care less. I want to see my team win trophies. I want to see my team at least try to be the best in the land. Try. Couldn't give a shit if I'm on the same podcast as someone from Sky Sports or if media celebrities who are suddenly experts on football. I know, let's get an actor, let's get a singer, let's get someone from Dancing on Ice to come on my show because they're experts on football now. Okay, great. All right, let's do that. Let's use celebrities in the media to boost us up. Wonderful. Meanwhile, you've sold us down a river because you refuse to speak about what this owner's doing to this club. You refuse to look into it. Val says, when Levy came in, the first thing he did was sack the manager who won us a trophy that made me wonder and worry. And he started to pull the wool over our eyes by appointing Hoddle. The BS continues. Mate, it's all a smokescreen. We are sponsored by an insurance company, but unlike Wimbledon, did you think to insure against the pandemic? Do you know, it's a good point, isn't it? It's a good point. Jay says, the PR is getting hilarious, not going to lie. They are just scraping the... I managed to kick myself off my own show. Imagine that. That's the first. How did I do that? Sorry about that. The season ticket deadline rumors. The season ticket deadline is coming. Watch for the rumors leaked by the club. Oh, yeah. Every year. The Bertie Hotspur says the gentrification is now taking place within the stadium, i.e. increasing ticket prices. Yeah. Push out the working class, bring in the middle class. I'll tell you what was funny. A friend of mine went to the rugby the other day at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and he said to me, bloody hell, the pints are expensive in your stadium. I said to him, what do you mean? He said to me, £8 a pint. I went, £8 a pint? We don't charge £8 a pint on a match day. He put the prices up for the rugby crowd. So he can smell that there's a more affluent punter prepared to pay more money. So why have the working class fans? Why have the elderly who probably don't drink as much? Why have them in the stadium paying £5.50 a pint when I can get the middle upper class lot in £8 a pint? Oh, yeah. And yeah, you're right. I agree. The gentrification has begun inside the stadium. Alistair Gold and the big channels to Levy are what the CCP says about Western politics. Big help for a little bad mouth. What can I say? Stel, do you see a new ownership coming in anytime soon? My God, anytime soon. That's our only hope, isn't it? It is our only hope, but no, I don't see it coming in. I think they're onto a much bigger prize. I think that what this will be worth to them, what they can do earning this kind of money, makes sense to hold on to Tottenham Hotspur. Unless someone comes in and says there's £10 billion, that's an offer you can't refuse. That's a lot of money. Hell of a lot more than what they paid for it when they bought the club. Unless someone comes in with a silly offer, which I don't think will happen. No, they won't go unless we, the fans, stand up against them. This, in my opinion, has been your best stream style, simply laying the facts under the Enoch tenure. Anyone can go and look at the timeline, Joe. Anyone can go and look at the timeline and see what's going on, what's happening now, and what the future looks like. You can see it all. You are bang right. Glad you agree, Chris. Glad you agree. Is Chris Cowling an industry plant? 100% almost. He might as well be. He might as well be. Philly 2109, big up. Stel, keep telling the fans the truth. Mate, I will not stop. People they're becoming more and more rattled by me. I know that, but they refuse to speak about it. I won't do that. I would never ever stop speaking the reality of what is happening at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't get sucked in by the media. I read between the lines. Until we win trophies, no one can prove us wrong. Prove me wrong. But no, we're going to sign Smolinski, Mohamed Amoura, and Timo Werner. And people think that's going to make us compete with City and Arsenal. What planet I don't know what planet anyone's on anymore. Trophies don't get them money. Correct. Well, actually, Man City last year made a £300 million. They earned a £300 million windfall from winning the treble. So if we won the treble, or if we won trophies of that level, when I said if we win the treble, I realised that's never going to happen. But if we won a Premier League or a big European trophy, there's a lot of money that comes from it. And plus, your fan base globally increases because new fans look to support the winners. How have Man City got such a bigger global fan base now? How did Chelsea grow such a big global fan base over the last 20 years? It's by winning trophies. That means more kit sales, more merchandise, income increases. So trophies can get you money, but it's a riskier way of doing it. And they don't want to do it because they don't care about it. But look, Jeff, I do see your point. I do. They say we should sign Big Up Cubed. They say we should sign Timo because Sonny is aging and he needs to be replaced. Yeah, let's replace the 5th highest goal scorer in the history of Tottenham Hotspur's 140 plus years existence with Turbo Wiener. Yay! Honestly, what a loser what a loser club we're becoming. Talking to losers from Sky Sports and D-list actors are more important than watching your club win. Insane, but not surprising from them. I agree. I 100% agree. The construction crews are already working on the hotel. Of course. Oh, listen, when it comes to property, when it comes to making the money, we are... The bulldozers come in, let's go. When it comes to finding an extra £10 million to sign the player that we really want, Skriniar, an extra 10 million, I don't know. I'm not sure we can do it. I've heard there's a player called Joe Rodon. Is he available? Get Rodon in. Get Veliz. Solomon. What? There's political unrest. We can get him for free. Yeah. Get Solomon in, the player that flopped at Fulham. Yeah, get him in. What's that? Ashley Phillips, some random kid from the lower leagues. Yeah, bring him in as well. Go on then. Yeah, that makes sense. But because we signed Vicario and Van der Ven, let's ignore all the other signings. Let's pretend we didn't sign Jed Spence. Let's just forget that happened, everyone. The Tottenham YouTube community is all about vibes and being mates. God bless them all. I've said it before. Spurs community, it's a bubble of patting each other on the back. There's no critical thinking. Stel, do you see? I think you already asked me this one. Jonas, no, I don't. I don't see them selling them. The Pro Levy fans, big up William. The Pro Levy fans are shareholders and those with something to lose, tickets, free hospitality, other benefits. We've even got ex-players who've got something to lose and they shut it down as well, like Graham Roberts. I mean, Graham Roberts. He's sold out, man. Graham Roberts sold out. You hear, fans? We are fifth. Why are fans complaining? That's why Daniel Levy is no more than a used car salesman. He will say anything to get what he wants. And the thing is, Daniel Levy knows fans will be okay with that. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions here. Is that correct that in the premium seats, a disabled person requiring a carer, the carer has to pay? Yes, it is, Joe. It's disgusting. It's absolutely abysmal that this has been allowed. That's exactly what's happened. If you've got a bit more money than other disabled people, then you should pay more money to have someone look after your disability. What kind of discrimination bullshit is this? Freaking hell, man. We're picking on the vulnerable now. And our fans are like, yeah, you know, it's all right as long as we get fifth. Fuck the disabled. Fuck the elderly, you know. Told you. There's a reason why I say these things, right? I don't say it just out of reaction. You've got to wonder, what's the bigger problem? Levy or the fans? It's the fans who accept it. If I were those disabled fans, do you know what I would be doing? I'd be writing to any agency, any government body, any kind of watchdog or any kind of group and filing complaints. And I would be trying to get all the other disabled fans together and lodging complaints against Spurs for what they've done. Maybe they already have. I don't know. We as fans should have done something, but we haven't. Stelios, are you too negative or too fraudulent? I think I'm somewhere in between. I'm a bit like Levy, a bit of a con man. Yeah, I'm conning you. I love Cubed. Big up. Stel, what website is that statement on? Which statement are you talking about, bro? Tell me which statement you refer to, and then I'll tell you what website it is, because I put quite a few things up on the show today. Just going through. Thanks, Stel, for laying out the Enoch business model. You're welcome. Stel, how long will Levy use Sonny? As long as he can make money. Val, as long as he can make money. Bradley, I'm 20 years old and I fear I'll never. I don't know if you watched a couple of shows ago, Bradley. We had some younger fan on the show, and I said to him, I feel sorry for your generation. I feel sorry for you youngsters, because you're literally, you're just, this is the norm now for you. At least when I grew up, I saw an FA Cup, a couple of League Cups. You know, I got a little something. The generation before me, they saw FA Cups, European trophies. They saw, you know, some good stuff. Some fans have actually seen a league title. That's how old they are. But they've seen it. But for your generation, I feel so sorry for you guys, man. I do. In fact, you guys should be putting up the fight with us more than anybody else to protect your future as a Spurs fan. And what, by the time you get to 30, you're probably going to be paying ridiculous prices for everything the way this club is going. In fact, you might even be pushed out the club. That's why I'm very disappointed when I see people like Harry Scarf defending Levy, defending Enoch, saying Timo Werner no-brainer. It's almost like he's just copying what he's being told by the Sacks, the Cowlins, the Ali Golds, man. It's sad. It's sad. It's just planting seeds in people's heads of what to think, what to believe, and everyone's like, okay, if I say that, then I can fit in with the crowd, and we can all sing from the same hymn sheet. Fuck that. Stand up for what you believe, man. Don't accept that nonsense. Big up, Stel. Big up to you, Stephen. Hey, there he is, partner in crime. Levy out every single day. Levy out day. Brian knows, man. Brian Daigle knows. He's this guy's known the truth for years. Years. We need more Brian Daigles. We need more people on board. But big up Mike Zappa. The company having so many subsidiaries just shows how shady Enoch are. Listen, man, we're just a property investment company. Why don't other YouTubers speak up? Because they're scared. They're petrified. They're worried of retribution. They're worried of being cut off from all the other YouTube channels. Do you know how many YouTube channels have cut me off, or I'm out of their WhatsApp groups, or I'm not allowed to participate? Not that I care, because my channel, well, I say mine, Iggy, Mari, Will, JP, the channel's grown. We're actually at a level bigger than most of those people that cut us off. So their loss, not mine, and they know it, and they know that. The bigger channels, I don't, well, because the bigger channels depend on special guests and access to Sky Sports, access to journalists who are all part of the same bloody shill. They're all part of the same media PR spin. You know, they're all planting the seeds. They're all just trying to feed you bollocks, because if they don't say it in a certain way, and if they don't promote a certain agenda, they will be cut off. They won't have access to Sky Sports. Sky Sports won't pick up the phone and say, hey, Ricky, hey, Chris, are you free? There's breaking news at Tottenham. We need you to come on and speak on behalf of the fan base. But can you be ultra positive about it and only say something that everyone can say, yay? And that's what they do. They go on there. Remember when Chris Cowlin said, trophies are coming, Conte's a winner. 1 year later, get Conte out. Hold on a minute. You flip-flop. Ricky Sachs in January. Timo Werner, no-brainer. Good bit of business. Low risk. Makes sense. Now, on his show, he's saying, yeah, I don't want him. What the hell is going on, people? Flav, another sellout. The Fighting Cock. He's teamed up with Sky. Another shill. He calls us poison. He calls us toxic. And then he apologized. He didn't apologize. He said on one of his podcasts, I shouldn't have said that. No shit, you shouldn't have said that, Flav. But you're part of the media cartel. You've got to now talk that way. All of them, every single one of them, they're all the same. Even Ali Gold yesterday, putting out, did you see those stats from Ali Gold? Where he was saying, I think we should sign Timo. Look at these stats. Why didn't he show the stats on number of big chances missed, shooting accuracy only 24%, only scored 2 goals? He completely ignored all the shooting metrics, all the stats that are around shooting, scoring, goals. Timo Werner is an attacking forward. Why don't you tell us about those stats? He completely hides that. He completely pretends those stats don't exist. And he just shows you the expected XG, assists, dribbles. You fraudulent shill. You are doing exactly the thing that I accuse all these people of doing. You're planting seeds in fans' heads. It drives me mad. Listen, by the way, I'm sure Alistair Gold, Chris Cowlin, Ricky Sachs, I'm sure they're all like good people, like good family men, good with their kids and all that stuff. As human beings, I've got nothing against them. I've never met them. But as Spurs commentators, fuck my life. Fuck me. We're at DEFCON 1 with these people. There should not be any form of discrimination this day. Levy's disgrace. I agree. The thing with the disabled fans is bollocks. It's absolutely shocking. There is a campaign about the tickets led by a woman who used to be in the supporters trust. Jan Thula's useless. She's another part of the cartel. I've reached out to her so many times. She only wants to work with the Cowlins and the Ricky Sachs. That sums it up. She's a shill. She hasn't got the cojones to do what we need, man. Sadly. I would have thought she would have had that fire in her belly because she's got Mediterranean blood, but oh well. Still, I sense another protest. Mate, the protest is pointless. It's pointless. Social media's got to be our tool. More shows like this. Call them out when they violate the truth. This is the way forward. And you know what? It's getting more traction. So I think this is a better way. If people want to protest again, I'm up for it. But we really tried, and fans they shied away from it. But Hotspur, will you be putting this on all platforms? Yeah, I'll be sharing it on all my socials. Feel free to share it, put it out there. Let's see what happens. The best speech my brother Brian Daigle did was, if in football it should be, if Levy backs the manager, but when. It's a PR movement still. I know. Sid, I know. I've been saying this. I've been saying it for a long time. I'm looking for the website. The statement highlighting yellow from me. Oh, right. No. So you're talking about this. This isn't from a website, buddy. This is from a newspaper. Just so you can know how far back this is 2001, before social media. We didn't have smartphones and we didn't have apps. So this is a newspaper article. This is from a newspaper journal, bro. So there's no like website or social media platform I can share that particular one, because they bought the club in 2001. That was an article in 2001. We didn't even have smartphones. I think the Nokia Banana, if you're that old, I think the Nokia Banana just came out. Snake in black and white on the old Nokia Banana. There you go. That's how old it is. That's how long they've been here, and we're still in the same boat. We have Born to Lose. You sound like a Spurs fan. Keep fighting the good stuff. It's never wrong to demand better. Absolutely. Mace on the case. Steal. It's been 20 years for me, mate, of staying away. You're so right, man. Leave you out. Yep, I believe so. Val, do you think we are Tottenham TV are Levy losers? No, because Brian Daigle, the biggest Levy outer, made his name on what channel? We Are Tottenham TV. They gave him the voice. They used to go live to the protest outside of Hotspur Way where Brian was protesting. They let me on their show, and I give it, right? Obviously, I tone it down a bit because I've got to be respectful. But if they were Levy losers, they wouldn't let people like me on. They wouldn't let Danny the Bun on. Danny, big up Danny. They wouldn't let Danny on, Brian, and me. So no, they're just a platform that lets everyone speak and that lets everyone have a voice. That's what kind of platform they are. Yeah, there are certain shows where it's all a bit, yeah, we all agree. Yeah, they do have a bit of that. But to call them Levy losers, nah, no, not at all. Not at all. Brian Daigle is very vocal on there about Levy, and so am I. Brian, obviously, he's on there a lot more than me. So, no, they've actually given us, what's the word? They've helped us grab attention against Levy. Flav is an absolute loser. In terms of his Spurs narrative, yes. As a human being, I've never met him. And I want to make that clear. As a human being, I've got nothing against anybody that I've mentioned. Just their Spurs narrative, I'm sorry, it's very wishy-washy, brown envelope. Sid says, 22 and Timo no finisher should leave the season. Oh my God. If we sign Timo Werner. Is Flav the bloke who goes on with Neville and Carragher? Yep, that's the one. He'll never say a word about Levy. No chance. He loves it. He loves mediocrity, does Flav. Born to Lose says it's more negative and toxic to accept. This is what I say. It's more, that's exactly what I say. It's more negative to support failure. Toxic headshot. At least we've won in life. Do you know what? That didn't age well, did it? We've won in life. Then we get banged up at Fulham, banged up by Wolves twice, banged up at Newcastle, but we've won in life. Yay. Fuck my life. What's your realistic summer transfer incomings? More of the same. 8 signings. 2 will be really good. 2 will be good but inconsistent. And we will get frustrated with those 2. Another 2 will be absolute crap. And another 2 will be potential. Be patient. One for the future. So a mixed bag that makes us go from 5th to 5th. 4th. 5th, 4th, 4th. That's what I think. Yes, I have no idea what he's like in real life, just talking Spurs. Yep, 100% agree with you. Scott M, I can't lie. I totally Totally agree with you. Stel, do you think someone could contact the largest Spurs fan base channel, Expressions? Expressions is for the entertainment, man. He's comedy. He's partnered up with DR Sports. By the way, AFTV, they're part of the cartel as well, so you can't really have... Expressions won't do it. He won't. It's that simple. Bring back Sava. Do you know what? We lost one of the voices that was fighting the cause, man. He's not coming back, Rodney. He's not going to come back. Muntaza Ali. What a name. We need high-quality players. Yep. This will increase the chance of winning trophies. Yep. Maximum respect, Stel. Maximum respect to you as well, bro. Tommy, how's he fooled us again? Which part of the video did you not watch? Unless you've just joined now, then you've missed the last 40 minutes. Maybe go back and watch it. Or are you saying that... What do you mean he's fooled us again? He's always been fooling us. If that's what you mean, then I agree. If you're actually asking a serious question, go back and watch the video. Minerals. Stel, who's the biggest brown envelope? Georgia Keel, all of them. They're all part of the group. It's a cartel. It's a cartel of PR spin. Hugh, keep up the good work. You too, bro. Barbaric disdain. Well, with this narrative, the happy clappers are pushing. The next time I get my Asda shopping delivered, I'll tell the driver to dance on my doorstep. I don't want my food. I just want to be entertained. Oh, my God. Do you know what? I need to screenshot that. Barbaric, I'm going to use this. You legend. 6-yard box. You've got to put this in context. It's a new manager. Here we go. Here we go. It's a new manager and the approach with Levy is still the same. I guess if you expect anything different, go support City. Yeah, but here's the problem, 6-yard box. When people say, if you don't like it, support another club, you've lost the argument right there. Because this shows you do not understand football fans, or the monopoly that they've got on us. If you're unhappy with your iPhone and you're really fed up with Apple, the updates and whatever, eventually you'll go and get a Samsung or a Google Pixel and you'll try out a different phone because there's no emotional attachment to your Apple. There's no long-standing family history of supporting Apple. But when you support a football club, Spurs, my granddad supported Spurs. I've got memories of when my uncle took me to my first ever game. I've learnt all the songs. I've learnt to hate Chelsea, to hate Arsenal, Tottenham till I die. You can't just drop that and say, do you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to go and support Chelsea and sing songs against Tottenham and cheer on a team with a completely different colour and actually feel like I feel part of the Chelsea fans. It doesn't work like that. Football is about passion, emotion, loyalty. It's a very unique business where almost you're guaranteed the customer. So when people say expect anything different, go support another club. I know you're not stupid, but this is a stupid comment. You might not have meant it in that context, so I'm cautious with what I say to you. Levy, better not be penny pinching. Just get rid of the deadwood. Oh, mate. Well, if we're going to sign Timo Werner, how are we getting rid of the deadwood? We're bringing more in. Donna Cullen, big up to you. I hope you step down as well. I hope you're right, by the way. Did Levy say he was going to sign a £100 million player? Why are we surprised? Okay, so your previous comment, I can tell. You didn't mean it in that context. Yeah, look, you're right. We shouldn't be surprised that we're not signing a £100 million player, but we were told that the stadium was going to be a game changer so that we can compete with the biggest clubs. And when the biggest clubs are spending £100 million on game-changing players, and we're sitting here looking at Turbo Vina, yeah, we should be surprised because we were told something different. Go back and look what was said when we built the stadium. The red light district in Amsterdam has better windows than Spurs. Big up, Tony. Good banter. Daza says, how long until we lose Van der Ven? Vicario, because they won't stick around to win nothing. And, well, yeah, that's the history of Tottenham, isn't it, Dazza? Modric, Berbatov, Carrick, Harry Kane. Beniki Alex says we need quality players. Agreed. Junior Mafia 80, big up to you. If we had more turbo wieners and less sons, we'd win the league every year. Oh, and the Champions League as well. Don't forget that. We'd win that too. Absolutely. Robert Yee says it'll depend on what's going on in other clubs, not just how we do. I agree. This season, United and Chelsea. Can you count on it again? Chelsea, maybe. United look like they're beginning to get their ship together. They've actually appointed a good person into their club yesterday. I forgot his name, but I was looking into it. He's got a good track record in terms of restructuring and recruitment. So 7th or 8th or worse, considering how some manager has the edge over Ange. We're going to find out next season. But you make a very good point. You know, there's some sleeping giants that haven't done well this season. What happens when they wake up? And let's not write off Aston Villa. Aston Villa have got a rich owner. They're going in the right direction. They've got a proven manager. They've got the good foundation blocks of a good size, a good side. And they've got the one thing in world football that every club is desperate for, a top striker. Ollie Watkins, he's on fire. Adrian's Wall Stell, how can Sava fight the cause if he never showed solidarity with Levy out protest by joining you and Dago at a protest? If he refuses to join, the man is not so serious. So look, I actually said the same thing to Sava, but then over time, I also came to the conclusion that protesting can be done in many ways. It could be boycotting matches and not buying merchandise or food and drink in the stadium, right? That's a form of protest. It could be being in the stadium, chanting Levy out banners, throwing the Levy out balloons on the pitch. That's a form of protest. It could be joining the likes of Brian Daigle and the others and myself at the actual physical protest outside the stadium. So I think there's many ways you can protest. Sava chose to stop buying merch and going to games. So that is a form of protest. And that's not me just, kissing his ass. I actually had to come to that conclusion because some fans said to me, look, still, I don't want to go to the protest. I'm just going to boycott games. And when you think about it, there was a lot of fans overseas who couldn't attend the protest, but they were online, Levy out. And so I think there's different ways you can protest. You don't just have to go to the protest. But I think the protest, actual physical numbers, I believe if we had thousands doing it, that would get the most traction. That would have the most impact. Yeah, but Richard Cracknell showed more solidarity, but then he goes and does this. He goes and tells us that it's about entertainment. Not, oops, sorry. Why can't I get this off the screen? Sorry, guys, I'm struggling to get the banner off the screen. Richard Cracknell, there we go. He said, he's happy to be entertained. Success is a bonus. That for me was a big flip-flop. It's almost like Ange come in. He had, the rug pulled from underneath his feet. There you go. Everything's great now. He got sucked in. And this is why I'm just, hold on a minute. Why are we just suddenly flip-flop like that? Look, I like Richard Cracknell, but that particular comment, I'm sorry, that he's allowed his opinion, right? He's allowed his opinion. I'm not going to go in on Richard Cracknell, but I'll tell you what, he did something the other day on the last one on Spurs. It just makes me sick when I see these things because it just makes me realize how manipulated a lot of our YouTube channels have become. He was on the last one on Spurs and he said, just maybe those YouTube channels and those podcasters that keep talking about the owners, that keep blaming Levy and whatnot, maybe they're right. Just maybe they're right. You're thinking, you can only be talking about 2 or 3 people. I'm definitely one of them, right? Are you praising our YouTube channel? And I was taken a little bit aback by it. And then I thought, hold on, this doesn't add up. Why would you do that? Lee McQueen was like this, quiet. The blood drained out of his face when Richard Cracknell said that. Jason McGovern, quiet. Patrick, quiet. Jason McGovern wasn't on that show. Patrick, quiet. Ricky Sachs was, They all went quiet. They didn't have a word to say on what Cracker said. None of them wanted to comment on what Cracker said. And then, at the end of the show, just as they were about to wrap it up, Richard Cracknell said, oh, guys, just one more thing before I go. To people saying that we're not balanced and we don't talk about things and we don't have different opinions, I hope this show tonight proves, he said something along these lines, I hope this show proves that we do have different opinions and it's nonsense to say we don't think differently. And then I was like, aha, that's why you said it. Because your channel is getting called out for being a shill, for being a mouthpiece for the club. So I know, let's get the one guy on the channel who doesn't give a shit, Richard Cracknell, to just put out some spin that maybe the other channels are right. Maybe the Levy Outlaw are right. Let him suggest that, but then let's make sure that we've told everyone, look, we do say different things. What a staged manipulation that was. It was so bait. It was so obvious. I sat there, I thought, okay, now I get why he's bigging up our YouTube channels. It's because they refuse to talk about it. They refuse to go there. They've sold themselves short. Let's get Richard to plant the seed to make it sound like we do that stuff. And then make sure we tell everyone that we've just done that. It was, if Richard never said that at the end, right? If Richard Cracknell at the end of that podcast didn't say, you see, we are different. We don't all just agree with each other. If he didn't say that bit, I might have believed him about what he said about bigging up our channels. But when he said that, I'm like, you don't mean a fucking word. Straight back into your WhatsApp group. How did it go, guys? Do you think they believed me? Do you think they fell for it? Get out of here, man. This is what I mean about the media cartel. Straight talking. Stelios, that's what it is. I'm a straight talker. Might not always be right, but that's exactly what happened. So, you know what? He disappoints me more than anyone else. Richard Cracknell disappoints me more than any other Spurs fan online. Do you know why? Because deep down, he's proper Tottenham. I mean, proper Tottenham. And he knows that these owners stink. And he knows Daniel Levy is a fucking problem. I promise you guys, I've met Richard Cracknell in real life 2 or 3 times. I know when I meet a certain type of character, and I know deep down he doesn't like these owners. I know deep down he doesn't trust them. But he's part of last word on Spurs. So he sold himself short by not being the real crackers on there, in my opinion. In my opinion. When it comes to the Levy conversation, not other things that he says, but the Levy conversation specifically. Peg to the dollar. All those Levy lover channels lick it. Yeah. Big up, Elias. This club has allowed Anthony Marshall's name to become... If we sign Anthony Martial, I think I'm going to get cancelled. I honestly think I will cancel myself. I can see bad things happening to me if he gets signed. Either that's a red herring to make any other bargain seem like a marquee signing, or they're opening. Mate, God knows with us lot. God knows we're linked to everyone this time of year, right? Bill, there's a difference between saying it and discussing it, which they didn't. Crackers isn't no different. I agree. You. Yes, you. I said their goal was to gentrify Tottenham. At last, someone is putting it out there, prices and local. I agree. Scott M, they have Patrick on that channel now, just when you think it can't get worse. Do you know what? You see Patrick, he's now sold himself to that world as well. But I'll give him there's one bit of credit I'll give Patrick. He doesn't shy away. He doesn't shy away from responding. I'll give him some credit, man. He doesn't shy away from responding. He doesn't back down from not replying to you. But I did call him out the other day. He said to me, I'm Levy out. I'm ENIC out. I've been Levy and ENIC out for years. I said, no, you haven't. You haven't been to one protest. I came to 2. And, no, you haven't. I've been to all the protests. And the ones that I didn't go to, there's a few I didn't go to because of work. Brian Daigle and Graham were there. They never saw you there. And he goes to me, how would you know if I'm there or not? Because according to you, only 20 people turn up. So how can we not see you when there's only 20 people there? He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to say. And I'm like, Patrick, you haven't been to any protest, man. Don't lie. He tried it. He did try it. I do think he doesn't like the owners, but again, he does nothing about it. He doesn't do nowhere near enough about it. If he really doesn't like them, then stand up, man. Speak. Say it. El Said, Saville's absolutely wrong on Pochettino, Mourinho, and Conte. He's shit all over everyone who criticised his views. Why do you keep defending him? El Said, we're talking about Levy and ENIC. You're bringing up Saville's views on managers, right? 2 completely different subjects, bro. You're now shitting on him for no reason, right? This video, Levy's fooled Spurs fans again. That's what this video is called. It's about Levy, not what we think of Mourinho, what we think of Bissouma. You're just bringing it up because you just wanted a chance to just have digs at him. Sava can stand up for himself, right? He can speak for himself. Take it to him. Speak to him about it. It's something completely different. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to achieve there. Just go through, see if there's any questions here. What time is it? Oh, wow. I've been going for an hour and a half. Jeez. I must like the sound of my own voice. That's what people tell me. I don't want Paratici anywhere near the club. Spurs were very lucky that FIFA didn't look into Spurs accounts when they were investigating Paratici again. I wonder if he agrees with all of this. Callum Roach, big up to you. Ever had any contact with Harry Hotspur, the boy Hotspur? He's been speaking facts about leaving ENIC for 20 plus years. Right. So the boy Hotspur, let me tell you something about him. 1, his views on ENIC and Levy, I 100% agree with. 2, him as a person, actual person in life, I can't stand him. He's a racist. He said some nasty shit to me. He said some nasty shit about Irish people. He made some horrible comments about Black Lives Matters. I don't like the guy, man. I don't like the guy. He's not for me. Good luck to him, but not for me. Yeah. Sorry, Callum. I know it's not you, bro, but you asked the question, and I do speak honestly when there's when someone asks me something. All right. Big up to you, Callum. Though. Big up, my man. Ian JD, who would you prefer, Werner or Martial? Probably diarrhea. Probably the flu. I'd rather be ill, honestly. Fuck my life. If we, I can't. Okay, I just said I don't shy away from answering any question. Ian, I can't answer this. there you go. I'm a hypocrite. I'm just a hypocrite. The boy Hotspur racist. Yeah, it's got him big time. Next time we're backstage, I'll tell you everything that happened with that guy. He's something different. Go watch her recent vids, Minerals. Her? Don't know who you're talking about. Werner, Martial, Charleston, our front line. If that's our front line next season, we're not getting top 6. Must be some politics. Yeah. Listen, we'll put it to one side. We'll park that one. Guys, listen, I'm going to end the show. Thank you for watching as always. To summarize briefly, they told us it was an investment group. They told us they were here to build an entertainment group purely for profit, while City's owners said they're here to win trophies. Arsenal's owners were here to say that they wanted to win trophies. We were told to build a new stadium, game changer. Nothing changed. We then got told COVID's a problem. We waited for that to go away. Then we were told FFP has made us the kings. Still, we aren't doing anything significantly different. We were told the academy kids, Ange understands the link between them. We've seen none come through. We were told because of the losses, we need investment. But Simon Jordan said no. It's because Daniel Levy is going to build Levy land. There it is. Ta-da! And after Levy land, all these property companies, it's so that we can gentrify Tottenham. Ta-da! More Levy land. Levy world. And our biggest rivals spend £100 million on Declan Rice. We're looking to sign Turbo Wiener, Mohamed Amora, and Sebastian. We are going places. But don't worry, as long as we're entertained, success is a bonus. Guys, listen, thanks for watching as always. I know I'm a little bit off the cuff. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I get it. But I can't sit here watching what's happening to Tottenham anymore. I can't do it. And no matter what you say to these Cowlings, these Sacks and whatnot, they don't give a shit. They care more about Talk Sports, Sky Sports and all that. I've given up with a lot of them. Ali Gold as well. He's part of the cartel. There's no critical debate with this lot on this subject, specifically on what's going on, because they only get their own kind on their shows. You'll never see a Levy outer. You'll never see a proper Enoch outer on their shows because they will call us toxic, nasty, horrible and all sorts. Yet they're out there lying to the fans. Sorry. Facts. Guys, I'm out of it. Thank you for everything. We've got a show coming out on Monday. Our podcast where we cover the North London derby and what we think is going to happen for the remaining 6 games. And I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember, one of those days, I've got a show just like this, but even better. Oh, that's going to be an unbelievably good show. All about Timo Werner and what is going on with our fan base and Timo. You're going to love that one, I promise you. Guys, have a great weekend. Relax, enjoy all the big games on this weekend. We've got the FA Cup semi-final today, City-Chelsea. We've got the Arsenal-Wolves tonight. Ooh, could be a good one. And tomorrow, of course, there's some Premier League action. People, stay safe, stay good, stay Tottenham, and never, ever, ever forget Enoch out, Levy out. It's the only way it will change at this club. Like, subscribe, follow the channel. I'll leave you with this.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.